now there's tear gas in the air. It was too strong to stand out here a minute ago. So, I'm about to go back inside though. Hey folks, welcome back.
Oh.
So, we're just kind of sitting here, minding our business, having a good old time, and playing some regular old dominoes. I know there's lots of different ways to play. So today, though, we wanted to talk about our trip, or I should say LaShawn's birthday trip to Panama. For those of you that don't know, Panama was initially our first choice for places to move when we decided to leave the United States. But, you know, just for different reasons and the visa process and whatnot, we chose not to. But we hadn't actually taken a trip to Panama for longer than a night, honestly, for a long layover until now. One thing that we really wanted to do, not just, visit Panama, but we know that Panama has a lot of good shopping opportunities, so that's something we wanted to do. There are things there that we can't simply get here in Salinas, and the flights to Panama are pretty inexpensive in comparison to a lot of other places from Ecuador. So like Mexico, for instance, was just really, like, for me, unnecessarily expensive. Do you agree with that?
Well, I wasn't too thrilled about the flight to Mexico because wasn't it almost 14 hours?
Yeah, it had like layover in Mexico City, and then it was like Colombia and Mexico City or something like that.
Either way, I wasn't ready for another long flight, especially coming back from Europe.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's only a 2-hour flight from Guayaquil Airport. Short, easy. You land in Panama and you go where you need to go. So, yeah, it was really convenient, honestly. One thing that I happened to know about before we went was that there are a lot of protests going on in Panama. And it's a long story. Google it if you like. But essentially, there's some mining contracts that the government got involved with a Canadian company. And a lot of the people, especially like a lot of the teachers unions and stuff like that, have a big problem with it because they are basically fleecing the country. And there's a lot of protests going around there. We kind of knew going there that we wouldn't really be doing a lot of like hanging out after hours.
Yeah, late at night. We don't hang out
we don't
late
do that
at
anyway.
night here, so it was basically just to go to have a change of scenery.
Yeah.
Basically, like you said, do some shopping, visit some restaurants, try the Panamanian food, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm. And the non-Panamanian food we had was awesome. So, like we said, someone was celebrating a birthday. I won't say which one. If you follow our channel, you remember what it was last year, then you know what it is now. The crazy thing is, even though, we're in Panama, there's a lot of things we wanted to see. We knew that some things wouldn't be available because of the protests, and that turned out to be true. Some of the tour companies just weren't doing their tours. There were a lot of individual tour guides.
Because of the street closures.
Right.
And so you would run into a lot more traffic.
Yeah.
Because everyone is going in that direction. So, suspended a lot of the tours.
Yeah. A lot of the big tour companies suspended their tours. But it's not like you couldn't go on it. We did have an experience was the first night or the second? It was the first night we got there when there was like the tear gas and stuff. First and second night.
Yeah, first and second night there was tear gas because of the protesters. When we first got there, we saw a lot of the restaurants and businesses boarding up their windows.
Mm-hmm. So there's protests going on this week in Panama. We happened to come for LaShawn's birthday. I knew about the protests before we came. It's not really a problem as long as you're inside, but right now there's tear gas in the air. It was too strong to stand out here a minute ago. So, I'm about to go back inside though. And it's not so much that the protesters were dangerous or anything, it's just that they disrupted a lot of traffic patterns. And then the police, to disperse them, would use like flashbangs and tear gas. So if you're in that area, you're going to be part of that. it just so happened that the first couple of nights, the protesters, one of their main roads that they were using, and here's the thing, these weren't necessarily like all of the peaceful protesters. Like, these people were not, I wouldn't even say they were bad. They were just doing things like blocking the road with like whatever they could find.
Yeah.
They're blocking streets. And, they were throwing the grenades back at the police officers and stuff like that. But, we didn't see them actually like, breaking anything or anything like that.
Not being destructive
Right.
or anything.
It's just that the police were trying to keep them funneled into certain areas. And it just so happened that our hotel was the street that happened on 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
So we were just looking down from our balcony and just kind of watching.
And
That CS tear gas, if you're in the military, you know what it smells like. You know what it feels like.
I had never experienced that, and that was horrible.
Yeah.
Like, it burns your eyes, your nose, your throat. I went back inside because that was too much for me. And
we were on the 12th floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were on the 12th floor.
Yeah.
And I guess it just kind of just wafted up there.
Yeah, it was not great at all. It was a terrible experience for me.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a little excitement our first couple nights, and that cemented the fact that we weren't really going to go anywhere after a certain hour. But we also happened to be there during like 3 or 4 holidays.
Oh, it was definitely
within like a 5-day period.
No. 3 or 4 holidays, or 5, because they
extended into the next
that Monday. So yeah.
Yeah. So on top of the fact that some businesses had changed their hours and may have been closed because of the protests, some of the ones that may not have been closed were closed for the holidays.
Yeah. So
yeah,
it was very limited on some of the things we were able to do, but it still was a good experience. Now, Panama City, in the city, was very, very humid, and it rained a lot. So I did find out that Panama rains 8 months out of the year.
Yeah.
And we did get a lot of rain.
Which is crazy because they're going through a drought. Which is like making the Panama Canal the lowest level. And I knew about this before we went, so look that up too. But there's a whole water conservation thing they're trying to do in Panama because the canal lake is at a lower level than it should be. But the city itself, really metropolitan, really, really modern. You think you were somewhere in the United States.
Yeah.
Except for the sidewalks, It's got South American sidewalks, believe that.
Yeah, it does. But it was very nice. You got beautiful houses there. Bingo.
Bingo?
What is domino. Domino.
There you go. You can write your own points down.
No, you can write it over there.
Y'all see how she do me?
He lost. That's what you do.
Shopping. Yeah, so like if you live here in Ecuador and you want to go somewhere that's close, that has basically anything you can get in the United States, you can go to Panama because they have literally everything.
Now, understand, you may not get it at the U.S. price.
Yeah.
It's still going to be maybe inflated, but not to the point where you're having it shipped to you and have to pay the custom fees and the shipping costs. So,
and even though it is like they have their own import tax with a lot of stuff, even though the price of something there would be higher than you pay in the States, it's probably lower than you pay here.
Yeah. Okay, so we went to the closer mall that we thought had a lot of stores.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so it had 4 floors. Beautiful mall. Louis Vuitton is the first store you see when you walk in the entrance. The mall is pretty much empty.
Yeah.
All the stores have moved to another location. We walked there, and to our surprise, there wasn't any stores in there, but it was definitely beautiful. We walked to the Multi-Plaza that day. It was by far. Was it the
trip or the
walk?
Oh, the walk. It wasn't that far. It was like.
It wasn't far, but I'm saying about how hot it was.
Yeah, it was kind of hot, but it wasn't sunny
raining
at first. But it was drizzling. It was drizzling at first. So it wasn't sunny, so that was a bonus. It wasn't sunny.
You still need your umbrella.
Yeah, but that mall was really nice. We ended up going there 3 different times.
Yeah, it was because you could not see everything at once.
Yeah,
especially Albrook. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Now we only went there once, but that place is enormous.
We were there for like 4 hours.
Yeah, it was enormous.
We were there for 4 hours.
And Albrook is near the or in the canal zone that used to be run by United States, so it makes sense that that huge mall is there. But yeah, we did some shopping, got some things that we couldn't find here and that we didn't want to have shipped from Amazon. And we both took an empty suitcase with us to come back with whatever we wanted. We ended up trying to do some adventuring, and it seemed like whenever we wanted to go somewhere and walk, it was either raining or it was super hot.
That both.
Yeah,
it was both.
Or both. So we came out here, and it started raining right before we got here. So hopefully the sun will come out, and I'll get some actual nice footage.
Because we walked to the we went to the park that you wanted to go to.
No, we didn't go to the one I actually wanted to go to, but it was a different one. We went to go see the sign.
We went to see the sign.
Yeah.
We were going to see the sign. On the way to the sign, got close to the sign, the bottom fell out.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I say it poured, it poured. This is what happens when you come out early and get stuck with pouring rain. And then we got ready to go find something to eat. The bottom fell out.
It was even worse.
And it was flooding everywhere.
Yeah.
The streets was flooded. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think we got any footage of that. It was raining too hard. But let me just say, like, we finally did get to go to the, we did a tour. We did a private tour. And I can't remember our driver's name. I'm sorry. But
his name was Robert.
Okay. Oh, yeah. He took us to Old Town Panama City.
Which was beautiful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. I wish we had gone there just to walk around and see some things because it was actually nice.
Yeah.
And
then he took us to
Causeway. The
Causeway.
We had been there.
We had been there.
Yeah, and no.
Don't have to explain. I was sticking in here.
Check us out. Out here riding on this, pedaling.
This heat.
This heat. Beautiful day.
A few moments later.
Should have went with the scooter, y'all.
It's good exercise. We haven't exercised since we've been here, so it's great.
Whatever. Going for it.
I'm sweating, but not as much as him.
We messed up this time, y'all.
He messed up.
We messed up this time. I don't know why we tried to save a few dollars instead of getting the scooter.
It doesn't matter about the $3. We were it's an experience. No one told him to come out here with those on. Go and show
I ain't showing. I got jeans on, y'all.
Jeans on. Instead of wearing something flowing like this.
Whatever.
Comfortable.
We messed up.
He messed up.
All right, plan B. Plan B was the walk. It ain't raining, y'all. It's just help for the sun. And then we went to the canal in the canal zone. But
on our way
yeah.
the canal, which is only 10 minutes from the causeway, it took us over an hour to get there because of the protests, and they had blocked off a
highway or something. So like all the traffic was going a different way, and that's the way we had to go.
And people were getting off
and people
work.
getting off work, yeah.
So yeah.
But anyway, that ended up being really cool to see the canal up close.
To see how they're recycling the water.
Right. And how
because
it's used.
Of the drought.
And And the fact that the side that we were on is the original side that was finished in 1914 or 1913, and it's still in use. So that part was really cool. And besides that, we had, you want to talk about the food? That a couple of restaurants that we went to that were awesome?
The day before, well, we had a lot of different foods.
But it was two that stood out.
Okay, the one before my birthday, so pre-birthday dinner at the Bristol Hotel was amazing. Very good. The service there was amazing. The food was amazing. And for my birthday, we went to Lima
Nike.
Lima Nike. Amazing. It's a Peruvian Japanese cuisine.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. The service was by far spectacular, to the point where if you left a ring of water from your glass, they came and wiped it.
Yeah, I got drinking the water and the dude came and wiped up the ring like while I was drinking. It was crazy. It was awesome.
That was great. I really enjoyed that.
We ate some really good food, y'all.
We love to eat. So.
Yeah.
And we love to try new things.
Yeah, eating and shopping was like the main part of this. We did a little bit of looking around, but like eating and shopping ended up being what we did
that's
the most.
mainly what anybody does when they go on a trip, eat and shop.
Yeah. But yeah, Panama City, we didn't get a chance to see like other parts of the country just because of the protests. It made it difficult to get on the highway and do stuff. You know, maybe we'll go back and visit, area like Cologne on the other side. Yeah, on the Atlantic side, and was it Boquete and stuff, places like that around the country, around Panama. Because like I said, it's an easy flight. It's not that expensive, and beautiful country. And like she said, change the scenery.
Definitely.
Sometimes we just need that.
But I'm definitely glad to be back because I love the weather here. It's much cooler. You don't see a lot of rain, and
yeah,
I'm glad to be back.
Enjoy the footage from our trip to Panama. We will be back sooner rather than later with more content. And thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.